Ladies, we are here on the show. And tonight we are going to talk about this game I saw tonight between Milwaukee and Philadelphia. This was a back and forth game. It really was. Hold on, both teams just kept going at it with each other. It was a hell of a game. Hold on. Let me upload my stat sheets. But it was a hell of a game. I really thought it was a hell of a game. Back and forth. At times, Philadelphia led. At times, Milwaukee led. Back and forth. But I thought the difference was Jimmy Butler. They're missing Jimmy Butler right now. He didn't play again tonight, and they really missed him at the end to close out the game. They missed Jimmy Butler. They really did. He's their closer. Those last 3 minutes of the game, and they miss him. Milwaukee's got a few injuries. Tonight, Eric Bledsoe, first quarter, gets ejected. Malcolm Brogdon's not there. Mirotic is not there. They have a few injuries. But Philadelphia, they're only missing one player, Jimmy Butler, but that's their closer, and I think it really affects them. That's why they lost recently to the Hawks, the Mavericks. Tonight, Philadelphia, because they can play the entire game, with Joel Embiid and Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, JJ Redick. But then in the 3 minutes, this is why they need Jimmy Butler for the last 3 minutes of the game to close it out. They missed them tonight. They played a good game. They could have had a chance to win. But the problem was they didn't have Jimmy Butler to close the game at the end, and they ended up losing. Let me read the stat sheet real quick here. Look, Antetokounmpo tonight, 45 points. This man, I'm telling you, man, what a game for Antetokounmpo. He had 45 points and 13 rebounds. Middleton, 22 points. Lopez, 9 points. Bledsoe, like I said, he got ejected. But yeah, man, hell of a game again by Antetokounmpo, putting out 45 and 13. And let's see here. Mike Scott did a good job tonight, trying to fill in with 22 points for Jimmy Butler. Tobias Harris, 13 points. I'm kind of finished with Tobias Harris. He's not a superstar. I'm sorry. This is when you need to prove that you're missing Jimmy Butler. You should be the guy stepping up. I'm not seeing it with Tobias Harris. I'm really not. Joel Embiid, 34 points, 13 and 13, 13 assists, 13 rebounds. He had a hell of a game. Ben Simmons, 6 points. JJ Redick, 29 points. He had a hell of a game, I need to get a little bit more offense from Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. They only combined for 19 points tonight. That is unacceptable. It is unacceptable when, you're missing Jimmy Butler and you only have Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris combined for 19 points. You need a little bit more from them. This is where Tobias Harris needs to step up and say, hey, I'm also pretty good here. I can maybe try to close the game out for you. It's very frustrating. These are the games where I want to see really Tobias Harris show leaves. I'm not too sure if I'm Philadelphia, because I think he's a free agent. I want to re-sign this guy. I think he's underachieved these last few months. He's been with Philadelphia. I know Jimmy Butler's more of a personality problem in the locker room, but as a player on the floor, I'd rather maybe keep Jimmy Butler than Tobias Harris. Because it's simple as this. Jimmy Butler's the better player. And if you're only going to pay a max contract to one guy, honestly, I know he's more of a problem in the locker room, but I think I'm going with Jimmy Butler. I really am. Tobias Harris, this is where he should show you I can shine right now that Jimmy Butler's not there. And he went tonight, 13 points. JJ Redick and Mike Scott and JJ Redick had a much better games. They outplayed tonight. They outplayed Tobias Harris. Think about it. Mike Scott outplayed Tobias Harris tonight. It's unacceptable. It really is. And this is where I'm Philadelphia's executives. I'm like, you know what? Jimmy Butler may be more of a problem in the locker room, but he's the better player on the floor. And if we're going to have to only choose one guy to pay this summer, let's go with Jimmy Butler. Because this is where Tobias Harris is showing you, I ain't about shit. I'm just full of shit. 13 points tonight. They didn't have a closer at the end. You know, these guys, you know, Joel Embiid do whatever the hell Joel Embiid did all he could do, 34, 13, and 13, but he's not really a closer, you know. And I thought my problem with Joel Embiid right now, and I don't know if he's feeling some pressure, you know, because of Jimmy Butler's absence, but he's taking way too many threes. He took about 9 threes tonight. I didn't like that. He only made 3 out of the 9. That is way too many shots, 3-point shots for Joel Embiid. I don't want my center, the best center in the league, taking 9 3-pointers when you're pretty dominant down low in the paint. I thought that he could even have a bigger game if he would have just put his head down and taken it to the hole. Too many times I thought he pulled up from 3-point land, and about 75% of the time he did not make them. I did not like that, what Joel Embiid did tonight with the 3-pointers. But you know what? I don't know if he's feeling pressure to try to fill in for some of the scoring that Jimmy Butler's missing. I don't know. But like that's more on Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons, especially Tobias Harris. He needs to be the one filling out the numbers more than anybody else. To only have to have 13 points, it is very unacceptable to me. It really is. But you know what? Yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens. If I'm a Philadelphia fan, I'm not too worried. I think it's simple as this. We just need Jimmy Butler back. You played them pretty good the entire game. At the end, you just didn't have your closer, Jimmy Butler. But I'm not panicking. I know, yeah, you lost to the Mavericks, the Hawks. That's right now. You're seeing you need Jimmy Butler. You really do. You know, you need Jimmy Butler back. APP tonight. You know, I don't know if he played the other 2 games, but tonight he did not play, and they missed him at the end. But you know, it's simple as that. You missed Jimmy Butler to close the game out for you. You lost. Other than that, you played a good game. Like I'm more worried about Tobias Harris than I am about the loss tonight. Is Tobias Harris about shit or full of shit? That's what I'm more worried about Tobias Harris tonight than I am about the loss to Milwaukee. But anyway, that's all I have to say tonight on the show. I'm the greatest man to ever live. And until next time, I'll see you later. Let's get out of here. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening?